You should absolutely pay attention to Dave Ramsey's advice while looking for personal finance and debt relief advice. And when you begin your journey toward financial freedom, you should be sure to explore the greatest tips and tricks. Hello everyone, and welcome back to our channel. In today's video, we'll talk about Dave Ramsey's brilliant life advice. So stay until the end of the video to learn it all. There is a void in financial counseling. The standard service provided by financial planners, consultants, and money managers to the working class is subpar. Many people live paycheck to paycheck and are heavily indebted. Many people might never have a financial expert encounter. They don't have the money to invest, thus it makes no sense for them to pay for guidance. These are individuals that have been primarily disregarded and ignored by a financial sector that isn't paid to assist them. Enter Dave Ramsey, a financial expert, host of a renowned radio show, and best-selling author. Dave Ramsey is the author of Total Money Makeover, one of the most well-known books on personal finance ever. 14 million people listen to his podcast and radio show each week. Additionally, his Financial Peace University program has been completed by more than 5 million people. The Dave Ramsey strategy is laid out in Total Money Makeover. He writes, "We buy things we don't need with money. We don't have to impress people we don't like." Ramsey frequently emphasizes the folly of trying to keep up with the Joneses, and it's a subject worth emphasizing. Although we are unable to corroborate that the aforementioned statement was made by Ramsey, it is accurate and tragically true. America's addiction to consumerism is a big factor in why individuals aren't saving more money and is harming our future. Dave Ramsey advised setting up money for emergencies. This can help you prepare for unforeseen events so that you avoid getting into debt or worse with credit cards. In particular, Ramsey advises that you set aside a $1,000 emergency fund before attempting to make more debt payments. He then advises saving enough cash to cover 3 to 6 months of living expenditures once you've finished a debt reduction plan and are debt-free other than your mortgage. This is excellent advice, considering the fact that crises are a constant part of life. Everyone experiences some sort of unexpected expense throughout the year, whether it is a home or automobile repair, medical expenses, or a variety of other problems. A job loss that can make it difficult to pay the bills is one of the most serious situations that many people encounter at some point in their lives. If you aren't ready for these surprises, you can find yourself in a serious financial crisis from which you might find it challenging to recover. In the event of an emergency, the following outcomes are possible: needing to borrow money quickly, accumulating debt on your credit cards, tardy payments, foreclosures, and repossessions. You can prevent these catastrophes by having an emergency fund. Dave won't hesitate to confront someone with the hard facts about their financial self-destruction. Although the Dave Ramsey approach to financial counseling does not involve sugarcoating anything, he will also provide his listeners with a glimpse of hope. Ramsey observes that Americans are becoming increasingly economically dependent, and he blames this on political promises. Ramsey cautions that neither a Republican nor a Democrat will be able to save the world from its problems with the economy or its people. Additionally, Dave Ramsey advises investing 15% of your income to accumulate wealth for retirement. Although many financial experts advise saving 10%, Ramsey's guidance is sound because 10% is typically insufficient. Given that most people are living longer and investment returns are expected to be slightly lower than in the past, most analysts predict. As a result, the likelihood of running out of money increases if you only save 10% of your salary. You can create a sizable nest egg that will support you later in life when you are no longer able to work by saving aside 15% of your income. If you have a large amount of money saved up, you can be confident that you'll be ready if you have to retire earlier than you had planned, live a long time, experience expensive health problems, or if Social Security doesn't offer as much income as you had anticipated. The average person's primary source of expenditure is their residence. Buy a modest tiny home, advises Dave, so you don't take on too much. As a general guideline, try to keep your housing costs under 30% of your take-home pay. Better still, keep it under 25% of your take-home pay to allow yourself more regal space. All of your other expenses will increase if you make the mistake of purchasing a property that is too large. Naturally, you'll purchase more items to furnish the home. Keep things simple and purchase a home that will provide you and your family with a good standard of living. Keeping your old cell phone is perhaps one of the most difficult ideas in today's culture to comprehend. If you ask Dave Ramsey for advice on cell phones, he probably would respond that as long as the phone can still make calls and maybe send texts, it is still functional and does not need to be replaced. Have you ever considered that when you upgrade your phone every 2 years? Why pay full price for a phone that does exactly the same function as your previous phone? Keep using your phone until it truly stops working, rather than purchasing a new one just because it is 2 years old. Instead of wasting money on the newest, most expensive models at that point. Purchase a phone that is 1 or 2 models older or used or refurbished. Saving money is only one of the numerous advantages of leading a frugal lifestyle. Many people fall for the corporate trick that says you have to charge it to your card in order to be affluent. The only real winners from this are typically the credit card corporations. Yes, you might receive rewards, but how much cash must you spend to receive a 1% reward that is worthwhile? It can be preferable to pay in cash when you get $1 for every $100 spent, rather than taking the chance of racking up a 12 to 30% interest charge. Dave Ramsey's famous plastic surgery, cutting up the cards and saying goodbye, is his best recommendation if you can't manage to break the loop of being charged interest on your credit cards. Avoid getting trapped in a debt cycle that makes it impossible for you to retire in the future. The Dave Ramsey plan makes it a point to emphasize that having more things won't make you or your family happier, and that you may instead choose to be content right now. You'll be considerably happier if you choose gratitude and strive for satisfaction with what you have. Additionally, your family and bank account will appreciate it afterwards. We have no disagreements with that. As a fundamental component of financial maturity, Ramsey stresses tithing and giving. He encourages his followers to have a charitable mindset and to look beyond their own needs. Every day for 3 hours, Dave Ramsey answers calls from folks who are experiencing various financial difficulties. Dave will make every effort to assist everyone, and he has heard it all: debt collection, repossessions, bankruptcy, and foreclosure. And much of it is wise counsel. Inform your bill collectors not to phone you while you are at work. Remove the expensive truck you can't afford. Stop eating out on credit. Avoid accruing significant student loan debt. Create an emergency fund. Start a side business. Accept accountability for your choices. Ramsey supporters congregate to encourage and celebrate one another's accomplishments. The 9-week Financial Peace University course offers participants the option of doing it online or joining a local group, which is often held at a local church. Ramsey supporters come together online because to hashtags like #DebtFreeCommunity. Numerous individuals credit Dave's lessons, programs, books, and/or community for providing the inspiration they needed to do something about their credit cards and/or student loans. He offers clear, straightforward, and doable counsel. While many people suffer from consumer debt for decades, those who follow the Dave Ramsey approach frequently attack debt with an astounding vengeance. Theoretically, you will spend less money each month if you have fewer obligations to which you must allocate your funds. You probably wouldn't need that third streaming service, the monthly dinner out, or that magazine membership. Make it a game to see how many expenses you can really cut from your budget and how much your debt snowball can grow. Living on a zero-based budget is Dave's final wise suggestion. That is a form of budgeting where you track every dollar you make so you know exactly where it goes. You can make sure that your money is actually going to the things you love most by living on a budget. Without one, it's far too simple to spend money mindlessly before realizing you don't have enough to pay all of your expenses or make investments for the future. You may plan ahead for where and how much of your money will be spent and saved by creating a budget. You can make sure you're achieving your goals and that your spending is intentional in order to get the most value out of your hard-earned money. With that, we've come to an end. See you next time. Goodbye.